Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. It is day 2 of the wild card round. We got the Astros and the Tigers on as of right now. We are in the 7th inning. And we got the Orioles and the Royals. Game 2. Can the Royals punch their ticket to the division round, or will the Orioles stay alive? And same goes to the Tigers. We got an interesting one here. How you doing, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. We got Jackson Jobe on the mound. Man, oh man. And it is getting a little spicy here. It is getting spicy. Everyone, how you doing today? Welcome to day 2 of the wild card round. I'm just getting everything set here. While I'm getting everything ready, if you can, just hit that like button. 200 likes on this stream today. If you can, share the stream. Subscribe if you are new. And let's get this show on the road. So here we go, everyone. Here we go. So I think we're going to be bouncing back and forth here between these two games. So I was originally just going to come on and focus on the Orioles and the Royals here. But, I mean, we got a spicy one brewing here. My goodness. And Jackson Jobe has been thrusted into quite the spot. If this does not work out for the Tigers, which it is definitely going that way, you're going to see a lot of people debating this one. Man, oh man, we got Singleton up at the plate. We got the bases loaded, 2-2 count. Singleton to the right side. He throws it home, and he is unable to hang on to the ball, and the Astros have tied the game. Wow. Oh my. Oh, man, oh, man. Goodness gracious. Jackson Jobe has been thrusted into playoff baseball here. Wow. Really quick, everyone. Let me just fix this title here. Here we go. Hold on just 1 second for me. Let's do this. Astros versus Tigers. Royals versus Orioles. There we go. And then once we're focused on the one game, I'll change the title back here. Let me put some couple of things here. Hold on 1 second for me. Here we go. Tigers, Astros. All right, here we go. All righty. But, man, I mean, good effort on that play there from Torkelson. My goodness. Unfortunately, they couldn't come up with it. And a fly ball. Oh, wow. He beat the throw. The Astros. Oh, my goodness. The Astros coming up with some magic here. Oh, man. Well, they got the out. Veerling, the foul pop-up, got the first out. He came home. And wow, Pena with a great slide to elude the tag. You got to love that. All right, here we go. All right, I think we're all set here. I think I got everything situated. So here we go. All right. Wow. Great base running from Jeremy Pena there, man. Wow. Absolutely fantastic. How are we doing here in the chat? MLB channel, how you doing? Daniel Barry, hello, my friend. Bust a Beast, what's going on? How you doing? KC Card Connection, hello, hello. Jonathan, how's it going, my friend? Hello, hello. Also, let me fix one more thing here. Let me take that score ticker out of the way. Let's do this. Here we go. All righty, we'll take that one out here. Actually, I'll keep the score ticker in. And then that way we can see all the scores while we're on another game. So there we go. All right, that's good to go. All right. We're good here. Okay. And, well, we got Gunther coming up here. And Tucker coming up here with runners on the corners. And, man, you thought for the Tigers earlier, wow, they really do got some magic going. You had the home run earlier from Parker Meadows, and you're thinking, wow, I mean, man, there might be some magic here. I'm sure Tigers fans, they're going to be not so happy about the Jackson Jobe move. I mean, but if you really look at the bullpen, Vest, he went a good amount yesterday. I mean, if you were to look at the rest of the bullpen here for the Tigers, so I mean, a heavy bullpen game here today. You went with Holton, you had Hannafy, Herter, Brisky. So thinking here, I mean, if you're looking at the rest of the bullpen, Foley. I mean, yeah, you had Foley and Vest basically. So really, I mean, could you have perhaps gone, with Casey Mize, something like that? It'll be interesting. I wonder what the reaction will be from Tigers fans if they're unable to pull this one out today. But here we go. Gunther on the mound here. Let me give a lot of credit to Jeremy Pena, man. He really, that was some heads-up base running. Great slide to avoid the tag. Gotta love that. And the Royals have already taken a 1-0 lead in Baltimore. Wow. Michael Massey had the double. You had the ground out. Pasquantino with the base hit to score the runner. Wow, the Royals are already on top here, 1-0. Man, unbelievable turn of events. I mean, honestly, could you imagine Baltimore today? Not really, if they're not able to get anything going here, the bats have to wake up today. Man, already getting to Zach Eflin here early in Kansas City. But yeah, Baltimore has a tough task today with Seth Lugo. Let's see if those bats can get something going. They couldn't do anything yesterday. Yeah, good day yesterday, everyone. Thank you yesterday for coming on out. We had a great amount of people that came out yesterday, especially for Game 1 between the Astros and the Tigers. Got up to almost 700 people in that chat towards the end of the game. Fun stream yesterday. We went live again last night. A little bit more conservative with the viewership. I think a lot of people were watching the vice presidential debate last night as well. I forgot about that. So, yeah. We still had a good crowd last night to watch the Braves and the Padres, but I think also combined with the debate along with the fact I think everyone just kind of penciled in the Padres to win that one. So I think people had already checked out. Chris, how you doing here? Never count us out. Astros, absolutely, Chris. I mean, listen, the Astros, they've been here, done that for 7 years in a row. Absolutely, I said that yesterday. You can never count them out. I was saying it yesterday all the way to the last pitch. James, how you doing, my friend? Go Astros, you say. Yep. Hey, Astros fans, they're awake today. They're hoping for a win. Robert, did the Orioles have the highest expectations of the wild card teams? I think you can make that argument. I mean, Baltimore this year, listen, Baltimore, it was one goal and one goal only. It wasn't just to make the playoffs. It was to go for a World Series this year. Unfortunately, they just had a lot of key injuries. I mean, in the end, if they end up losing here to the Royals, a part of me, I'll be honest with you, a part of me wanted to pick the Royals in this series because they got the two things you need to win a championship. You got the starting pitching and you got the defense. The Royals are number 1 overall in defense this year, according to outs above average, and their pitching, especially Reagans and Lugo, was fantastic all year. So there was absolutely, if anyone picked the Royals, I wouldn't scoff at that at all. I wanted to pick them, but I was thinking in my head, I think in my heart, I was thinking, man, Baltimore, I mean, it's just such a good team. I mean, they got to figure this out. But in the end, you got to go with your brain. I think I might have made a bit of a goofy goof. But here we go. Presley on the mound here. Big strikeout for Ryan Presley. Well, the Tigers, all of a sudden, the momentum has shifted. And it felt like they had to get everything they had out of them to get the 1-0 lead. I mean, all of a sudden, this lead feels more than just a 1-0 or a 1-run lead at this point. The Astros got a lot of energy right now. But let's see. Yeah, Chris, Ryan Presley, absolutely. He's always been solid in the postseason. Yeah, Chris, you said here Hunter Brown was going to throw a no-hitter this season. It almost happened, but who knows? I mean, Hunter Brown, he pitched great today. You know, one mistake, but Hunter Brown's had a breakout year. Was not surprised at all to see him have the outing that he did today. But I think in the end, you know, the Tigers, I know they've had their game plan here in the second half with this pitching staff, but could you have maybe tried to squeeze out another inning from a guy? I don't know. You know. Oh, that's a gapper right there. That's out to center. That's a base hit. Gary Carpenter's had a big year. And he came through, base hit here, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Oh, Adet Mahmoud. Westberg just got hit in the hand. Again, can't catch a break. So is Westberg... What's going on here? Injury delay? Oh, no. Oh, man. Well, that's going to be tough. Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of... Oh, that's through! There's that amazing base running with the Tigers. He goes all the way from first to third. Aggressive base running there. And the Tigers... Okay, I take back what I said a second ago. It felt like it took everything to get a run across the board here today with the Parker Meadows home run. But here are the Tigers threatening once again, coming through. And I'm going to point this out yesterday, too. I didn't mention this yesterday. One other thing I had mentioned about the Tigers in a video I did a little while ago was they've been hitting a lot more ground balls in the second half. You saw a lot more balls hit on the ground yesterday with the Tigers. In the first half of the year, they were trying to put the ball into the air a little bit more. And they have really tried to just simply put the ball in play, even if it's on the ground. And you're seeing here in this series so far for Detroit, a lot of balls hit on the ground and just getting by. Ground balls, percentage-wise, they tend to go for base hits more often. So, but Riley Green's had a great year. Big spot for Riley Green. Runners on the corners here. 1 out. Presley trying to get something done here. KC card connection. It hit the bat. Westberg was faking. I mean, at this point, I don't know about that. I mean, I would think if there was an injury delay, I mean, I don't know, man. Here we go. Ryan Presley coming set, trying to hold this lead. Oh, there's a wild pitch. Oh, the runner scores, and the Tigers once again with the base running. Man, there's that base running. And the Tigers have tied it up here. Oh, Jackson Jobe has to be breathing a sigh of relief right now. Listen, if I go 1 for 4 with my wild card round picks, but I pick the Tigers to beat the Astros, if I get that one right, I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Because I don't think a lot of people were picking the Tigers to win this series. Now, this game's far from over by any means, but Ryan Presley trying to hold this. Fastball low. Presley, he's leaving some stuff over the plate. He's looking like kind of like Framber Valdez yesterday. Stuff just, the command's not there. I don't know. Oof. Nice pitch there for the strikeout. Slider down and in. Oh, man, Riley Green, that's a big spot for him. But here we go. Colt Keith coming up here. Colt Keith can have the hit of his life if he can come through here. VGN, hi, Robbie. Do you think Detroit could win it all? I mean, you never know in the postseason, man. I mean, we all think we're experts when it comes to making predictions for the postseason. This team should win. That team should win. That team doesn't have a chance. This team, no way. And then no matter what you do, the postseason baseball is probably the hardest thing to predict. It's just, I think predictions for the postseason in baseball, they're just stupid, right? Football, basketball, you feel like you got a better handle on it. But baseball, you just never know. Big swing and a miss there for Colt Keith. 3-1 count here. Base knock makes this a 3-2 game. Yeah, 70 path. Diamondbacks are proof of that last year. You know, it's funny with my predictions video, you had so many people just getting irate in the comments. And it's like, oh, there's a walk. Ball 4. Colt Keith on to first. So the Tigers, they now got runners on first and second. Here comes Joe Espada taking out Presley. Presley did not look very sharp here today. But they got Hader here. Torkelson, the biggest at-bat of his life. I mean, I was saying this yesterday with Spencer Torkelson. I would love for him to have a big moment. You know, the season that he's had, getting sent back down to the minor leagues, what a great story this would be if Torkelson can come through in the clutch. That would be huge. I mean, I would be so happy for the guy with all the struggles he's gone through. The number 1 pick from 2020. I'm just saying. Yeah, win-win. He did have that catch to end game 1. He did. Cobra, Padres, Tigers, 84 rematch. Padres looked pretty good last night. They did. They got a lot of momentum going right now. They seem to have a lot of support going right now. ESPN was raving over the Padres after that game last night. Almost like they had won a World Series almost. I mean, my goodness. They were all over it. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. The Dodgers got the Ohtani effect, man. They got the Ohtani effect. Everyone, if you can help us out here, we're at 43 likes. If you can help us get to 50. I mean, the goal for today, for the next couple hours, is to get to 200. We're almost at 50 here. We got to go, got to inch our way a little closer. But in Baltimore right now, it's the bottom of the first. No runners on for the Orioles as of right now. But we got a big matchup here. Torkelson, the number 1 pick from 2020. The biggest at-bat of his life here. Torkelson, let's see what the numbers are like with Torkelson against lefties. Let's take a look. He's had a tough year, but let's see. Maybe against the lefties, it's been a little better. Versus lefties this year, hitting .235, but if we were to look at the WRC plus, a 122 WRC plus against left-handed pitching. A 798 OPS overall, 506 slugging. So this is a good spot for Torkelson. If there is a moment for Torque, man, to come through, this is it. But he's got a tough task. Tough task. But Hader's got to be careful. Like I just said, Torques hit lefties well this year. Up and in, ball 3. Again, my stream is a little behind. I don't really even look at game day that's on the screen here. I'm reacting from what I see on my TV. Sometimes I'll accidentally look at game day and when I'm looking at the chat, but there's ball 4. Torkelson, you would have liked something there for Torkelson to get into, but hey, take the walk, bases loaded. So now we got Ibanez, pinch hitter. Ibanez, very good against lefties this year. Taking a look at the numbers with Ibanez. Ibanez, that was a big reason why he was a potential trade candidate at the deadline this year. It was a great platoon bat. This year, against lefties, hitting .292 with a 130 WRC+. So Ibanez is definitely a good matchup here. You know, you kind of almost, in a way, you kind of almost wonder, why didn't they just stick with I mean, I know Presley didn't really have it, but if you were going just according to the matchups, you got Torkelson, hits lefties well. And in a way, I'm not surprised they walked him because you kind of had to pitch around him there. Because you know he gets into the lefties. And then you know you got Ibanez on the bench. This is a great spot here for Detroit. But Hader, we know what this guy can do. Oh! Ibanez swung out of his shoes on that one. Wow. I think Ibanez tried hitting that ball to Mars. Good grief. Jonathan B says, Andy Ibanez, you're my least favorite Tiger because you own us out of nowhere, but if you come through here, I'll like you. Ibanez really hacking here. Man. Big spot. Big spot. It's already a tie game. Ooh. Hey, that was a ball. That was a ball. Yeah, that was a good frame job, though. You saw the catcher. He tried bringing it back in a little bit. That was definitely a ball. Good call from the umpire. Man, he did the best he could to bring that back in. There's another foul ball. Huge at-bat right now, man. Huge at-bat. Theorpo, just to mention, after that pitch, the umpire is on a perfect game pace. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Ibanez trying to come through here. This is a great matchup. Hits lefties very well this year. Hader comes set. 1-2 count. Ibanez rips it to left. And that's a base hit. And the Tigers. He's coming up with it slowly. He dives. He's safe. And the Tigers have cleared the bases. Andy Ibanez. Tigers are up 5-2. Oh my, we got drama here in Detroit. I think I'm the only one in the land to pick the Tigers to beat the Astros in the wild card round. I mean, we're not there yet. We know the Astros are never done until the last pitch, but my goodness. David, who else picked the Tigers? Please, I thought I was the only one. Who else picked the Tigers? I saw a lot of people picking the Astros. I must know who were the other YouTubers? Who were the other YouTubers out there to go with Detroit? Wow. Unbelievable. I saw Giraffe Neck Mark. I think he picked the Astros. I think Jim, Ballcap Sports. I think he went with the Astros. David, I don't know, but I did. Tigers have momentum. And that was another big reason why I went with the Tigers, too. They're hot. Ooh, he got it. There's a fly ball out to left. He had to back up there, but he got it. But wow, the Tigers are 3 outs away from going to the division round. I can't believe it. Like I said, even if I get the other 3 matchups wrong, I'm happy because I'm just saying, man. Most of the comments in the predictions, if you go back to that video, most of the comments were from angry Astros fans. Man. I will say, though, I'm not feeling too hot about Baltimore, though. They're down 1-0. Oh, yeah, you're right. Kai 13. You're right. I am very sorry. It is 6 outs away. The Astros are not done by any means. 6 outs. I apologize. It almost feels like the end of the game. It almost feels like they're 3 outs away. But no, hey, the Astros, they got a lot of time to work with here. Bottom of the 8th. And you got Jordan coming up. We'll see. Orioles unable to score in the bottom of the 1st. It is now the top of the 2nd in Baltimore. Royals up with a 1-0 lead after Vinny Pasquantino, who missed more than a month of action, comes through with a base hit to give the Royals a 1-0 lead. Kai 13, I was watching the game at school. I've noticed a lot of people, when they've come into the streams, I've been reading a few people saying that. It's pretty cool. It's so funny, man. When I was in high school, you know, I know for the younger folk that's out there watching right now, I mean, obviously you guys have been around, you know, phones and iPads and whatever else for, you know, pretty much your entire lives. But with me, I mean, I wasn't in the Stone Age by any means. You know, I was in high school in, you know, the mid to late 2000s. We had cell phones at the time, but we didn't have smartphones. You know, you'd have people with their flip phones, the Motorola Razors, right? So it's so funny to me when I see people, you know, saying they're at school and they're like listening to the game or whatever. So I wish I could have done that. And it's funny because we weren't, you know, it's not like I grew up listening to the radio or watching some old school TV. You know, we had some decent technology in the mid 2000s, right? But man, if I had the ability to listen to games while I was at school, man, I remember where I went to high school, you couldn't even have headphones in. I mean, what are the rules these days in the classroom? Like, do you guys just hide your headphones, or what's that like? Jordan grounds it to the right side on to first, and there's the first out. Christopher R., I went to high school with Babe Ruth. I wish. That'd be pretty cool. 5 outs away. Yeah, win-win. You got the AirPods. But even still, like, you know, you can still see those in people's ears. But, you know, for the teachers in high school, I would imagine they're not fully paying attention. Oh, man, almost up to 200 people. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by today. We have an interesting turn of events here in Houston. That's crazy because Houston looked like they had gotten all the momentum back, but Detroit, they said, we don't care about your momentum. We care about us shocking the world. Yeah, win-win. Yeah, if you got the longer hair, that easily hides the AirPods. So, what do I don't got the AirPods. I got the, what do I got? I got the Beats, the ones that, like, wrap around the ear. I got those. I like those. I like that they wrap around the ear because I feel like AirPods, I don't know. I feel like I would be just nervous about them falling out of my ear. I don't know. I like the Beats. Well, now Beats, now they make pods, I guess. So, I don't know. It's funny. I remember for so long, I had the Beats headphones with the wire. There's a ground ball to third, on to first, and Bregman, one of the better bats for the Astros, has grounded out in what could be his final at-bat as a Houston Astro. There is a very good chance we might have just seen Alex Bregman have his last at-bat for the Houston Astros. Man. But here we go. Yainer Diaz had a good year, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think the air has been taken out of Houston. There's a ground ball to short. Sweeney on to first, and there is the third out. Bit of a wild throw, but Torkelson gets it, makes the tag, and the Tigers are 3 outs away. Torkelson with a huge smile on his face, but they can't be smiling just yet. I think he was probably joking around a little bit about making quite the acrobatic play. But you got to be thinking for the Tigers, they're probably getting pretty excited right now because no one has been able to knock off the Astros this early in the postseason. Yeah, you've had them, get knocked off in the championship series, right? But they've made it to 7 straight American League Championship Series. You've had my Red Sox knock them off along the way. The Rangers last year knock them off. You had the Rays back in 2020 knock them off. So, yeah, 2017, they made the World Series. 2018, Red Sox won the series. 2019, lost the World Series. 2020. Remember they were down 3-0 in that series to the Rays? I was thinking, wow, we're actually going to get another 3-0 comeback here. And no, didn't happen. And then 2021, right? Made it to the World Series. 22, they won the World Series last year. I mean, yeah. This would be the first time. I think, what was it? I think it was 2015 when they made the postseason? Or was that 2016? Yeah, so it was 2015. They made the division round. They lost the division series to the Royals. And then 2016, they didn't even make the playoffs. So it's been a long time since the Astros have exited this early. Man. 200 people here in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by here today. We are watching the end of the Tigers and the Astros, and then I'm going to have my full attention on the Royals and the Orioles. The Royals trying to puncture their ticket to the division round, but the Orioles are fighting for their lives. Let's actually check on the Orioles-Royals real quick. Still a 1-0 lead here in KC after the Pasquantino base hit. And man, the craziest thing would be that the Orioles bats just go completely silent. The one thing that they have, yes, they got Corbin Burns and Eflin, good 1-2 punch, but the bats for Baltimore, I mean, that lineup has been so good. But as the old saying goes, good pitching beats good hitting. Oh, there's a liner. Oh, almost a diving catch there, but he wasn't able to come up with it. Jake Rogers with a base hit, and the Tigers looking to add on some more insurance. Not a bad idea against the Houston Astros. We've got some more people trickling into the chat here. Thank you so much for stopping by here today. Jonathan B. Bregman to the White Sox. It's funny because I thought a little while ago, because I'm going to be putting together a video on how to fix the White Sox. The one thing the White Sox need long term, right? They need a lot of things, but they have a lot of good pitching within the organization. They need impact bats, and I'm thinking who could be the guy that steps up for the White Sox? That could be their long-term third baseman. They got a couple options down there in the minors, but I thought, could the White Sox go after Bregman? I don't think they will. They want to cut payroll this offseason. So I don't see that. Maybe a couple of years, I'll tell you this. I would love for the White Sox to make a play for Vlad Jr. if he hits free agency. I think they don't have a lot of good hitters in that organization. We'll see. Let's see what they can land for Garrett Crochet. I think they're going to be looking heavily for position players. I don't think they'll look for pitching back. Anyway, back to the postseason. There's a bunt trying to advance the runner. Ooh, not a great bunt. He bunted it a little too hard, and they get the out at second. Rick Shelmer, the Tigers have an embarrassment of riches, honestly. They push all the right buttons. You know, absolutely. I thought it's funny because it's so crazy how fast the Tigers have turned things around. There's one point when I did a hot list or a video on which managers are on the hot seat. I talked about AJ Hinch. I'm like, I mean, dude, you got a manager in AJ Hinch here, and they're just not getting anything done. I was thinking, man, this guy could definitely be on the hot seat. Luckily, they turned things around. I don't think AJ Hinch is going anywhere for years. Oh, he tried to go for the pickoff. He tried to steal, and he is out. Well, the Astros, they're staying alert out there despite the deficit. Everyone, we are 8 likes away from 100 likes. If you can help us get to 100 likes, we'll be halfway to our goal for this stream. Miles says, bring out the garbage cans. I mean, I don't know, man. They might need something here. They're fighting for their lives here. Hey, we got to 100 likes. Thank you, everyone. Caden Lichford, Robbie, are the Orioles in trouble? I think so. I don't know, man. All of a sudden, after that shutout yesterday, I'm really regretting not picking the Royals because I really wanted to pick the Royals. I really did, man. Ugh, wanted to pick them. Love that pitching in Kansas City. There's a base hit there. Justin Henry Malloy, base hit to left. And the Tigers, they keep the foot on the gas. Did they finally fix the audio for this game? I was listening to the game, and then all of a sudden, the audio just went completely AWOL. And I was like, what is going on? They sounded like they were in like a box or something. I guess they fixed it. It sounds a little better. Man, oh man. You know, honestly, I'm going to go back to the Ryan Presley switch. I know Presley wasn't looking very good, but, I mean, you brought in Hader, the lefty, to go up against Torkelson, who's been good against lefties this year. You had to pitch around him. You know, ended up walking him. And then you obviously gave up the hit to Ibanez, who's hit lefties well this year. So I wonder if Astros fans will be thinking, why did you bring in Hader in that spot? I don't know, though. Maybe Astros fans are thinking, well, Presley was looking like garbage, so you might as well go with your top guy. I don't know, man. Hader is just all over the place right now. Malloy up to second. A base hit here could make this a 4-run game. Riley Green still looking for something. Hasn't done too much up to this point. A base hit here would make this a 6-2 game. Yeah, win-win. That's the one thing with Hader, man. When he's got everything right, mechanically, stuff, I mean, he is almost just impossible to hit. But he's not looking crisp here. Top of the third in Baltimore. Royals have a runner on. Riley Green looking for some insurance here. Hader's up to 33 pitches. Big swing and a miss from Riley there. Funny to think the Tigers have gotten all their damage done without Riley Green, really. Hader 97 on the corner. Fouls it off. Bregman gives it chase, but nothing is doing. Rapid. Will we see Justin Verlander in baseball next year? I think we will. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, could we be seeing a situation right here where Justin Verlander is looking at not just his old team, but his new team? I wonder. I could see the Tigers, I don't know, maybe seeing Verlander being a guy that can come in, being that veteran guy for all these young guys here. But the one thing with Verlander, I mean, the guy's an absolute madman. He's very competitive. I mean, he could be a guy that really helps push these Tigers pitchers. I think I'm going to probably go Verlander going back to Detroit to finish up his career. There's a fly ball to center field. Myers under it. And here we go. Bottom of the ninth here in Houston. The Tigers are 3 outs away. It is dark in Baltimore today, man. Was there like a storm in Baltimore? Look at the Royals, man. They've already got 4 hits on the board. Baltimore's bats are not having an easy time right now. Don't tell me Baltimore is going to lose games 1 and 2, 1-0. Please don't tell me that's going to happen. I will be devastated about that. Look at this guy's suit. My goodness, look at the suit on this man. Jonathan B., the Royals own Baltimore. They're definitely owning them right now. A. Grimes, nervous about the lack of insurance. 3 runs almost was not enough yesterday. Definitely right about that. Now, you got Vest. I don't know, man. You got Vest coming on. I know he pitched yesterday, but this guy looked unhittable yesterday. Let's see if he's got the same stuff today for Detroit. Man, oh man, we are 3 outs away here in Houston. Crazy. Yeah, Kevin Green. Didn't the Orioles offense disappear last year too? Yeah. I mean, I feel like they hit. I mean, if we were to go here, if we were to go to Reagan's, I feel like they hit him pretty well at one point this year. I I mean, I think it was early. No, they actually pitched very well against Baltimore early in the year. Oh, but then they tagged him. I mean, look at that. They knocked Reagans out in the second inning. They had gotten 9 hits and 7 runs off of him. So, I mean, they had done it before. I mean, even looking at Lugo, I feel like they hit Lugo pretty well at one point this year, too. Yeah, I mean, they knocked around Lugo a little bit. 5 1/3, 9 hits, 4 runs. I mean, I don't know. I know that was a while ago. Orioles been on a slide for over a month now, so this isn't surprising. Well, the thing with the Orioles, though, is they started, playing pretty well in that last week. I think they won their last series against the Yankees, and then they won the last series of the season, I believe. So here we go. Will Vest on the mound. Vest looked just completely unhittable yesterday. They're in a great spot. Will Vest trying to close us out here. 0-2 count. Man. Will Vest comes set here. Strike 3. And the Astros are down to their last 2 outs. Fly ball. Parker Meadows with a catch of the game. Man, what a catch there. Pena gave it a bit of a ride. But that great defense, Parker Meadows has been very good defensively. Made himself a nice catch there. Here we go. The Tigers are 1 out away. The Astros' last chance, Mauricio Dubon. Will Vest comes set. 0-1 count. There's a ground ball to the right side. He's got it. On to first, and the Tigers have beat the Astros. The only team in the last 7 years to knock off the Astros before the ALCS. And who picked it? This guy. Me. Man, oh man. Where are the angry Astros fans that were in my comments? Where are you? Are you here? Rich picked them too. I'm just talking about YouTubers. Who are the other YouTubers to make this pick? I was the only one bold enough to pick the Tigers out of all the YouTubers out there. Man. The Tigers going on to face the division rival Cleveland Guardians. Congratulations to the Detroit Tigers. Wow, what a season for Detroit, man. They look down and out for the count at the trade deadline. They traded away Jack Flaherty. I mean, everyone pretty much thought Detroit was done. I thought to myself, if there is one man that can beat the Astros, it's the man that was the manager of the Astros. They've got a good system going here in Detroit. They have figured this out with the pitching staff. Instead of just thinking, all right, who are our starters? Who's our bullpen? They just said, all right, we're just going to, everyone, you're up for whatever today. Openers, guys pitching in different spots in different games. I mean, Detroit, it's a little wackadoodle how they've done it, but they've done it. Anthony Lazzarino, didn't I say when you were recapping the deadline that one of the teams that sold their best players might sneak in? You always think about that, right? Especially with the wild card spots now. It's kind of one of those things where, I mean, for the Tigers at that point, I believe they were, 8 or 9 games out? So, you have seen deficits like that overcome in the past, but with the way they were playing, it just, I don't know. But the Houston Astros have been eliminated before the ALCS for the first time since 2015. That's probably the only prediction that I'm going to get right this entire postseason. My American League champion is already on the ropes in Baltimore. So, we are going to shift over to that game. And I'm just going to get everything set here. Everyone, if you can for me, while I'm kind of revamping everything, I'm just going to be switching up the thumbnail here. I'm going to be switching the title here. Well, actually, I'll give it a little bit because I know people are going to be trickling in looking for reactions. I am going to change the title. Tigers eliminate Astros. Man, crazy, crazy, crazy. I'll switch that up here in just a little bit, but we're kind of still reacting to the end of this game. A lot of people here, over 300 people with us right now. Thank you for stopping by. Man, good for Detroit, man. Good for me. Coming into this series, I thought, listen, I mean, Detroit, well, let's be real here. The huge advantage that Detroit had was Skubal. That was the big one. If you don't have Tarek Skubal, this series is probably looking much different at this point, right? So you already had that. When you have Skubal in a short series, you have a shot to win the series, Simple as that. When you got the guy that's going to be winning the Cy Young in the American League this year, yeah, that's pretty much done at that point. That's a game you should win. And they've had the timely hitting. They have good defense. They run the bases well. They do the little things well. And to be honest, if you kind of go back, to the way, the Astros were, when they first started emerging, they were a lot like that too, right? They just did the little things well. They ran the bases well. They had the clutch hitting. They played well defensively. One thing about the Astros over the years, they were always a very good defensive team. They just had great fundamentals, right? When we need to kind of start thinking about it that way. You can't just be looking at the offense. You can't just be, looking at the stuff and velocity, on the pitching side of things. You have to look at the fundamentals of the game, right? Yeah, if you can hit, great, but what are you doing on the base paths? Are you being aggressive on the base paths? Are you pushing the right buttons? Those are big. Those are big decisions you have to make to help you win ball games that you don't think about too much, right? Tim King of Jordan's Tigers Padres World Series. I feel like a lot of people they're climbing on that bandwagon, man. You know, this Tigers team, they just got a lot of dudes, man. When you look at these players, you just got, you got guys that just look like just ball players, man. In a way, you know, you kind of think about the Rangers last year. They just had a lot of stud guys, man. You know, the Tigers, you kind of look at these guys. I don't know. Just a talented group. Gotta love it. Jared Bruschi, ain't gonna lie, I climbed on that wagon. I rode them off in March. I think a lot of people were writing off the Tigers. I did. I'm thinking, like, it's weird because my projections liked the Tigers. And every week I did power rankings. I'm like, I don't know. The Tigers are ranking well. Why aren't they, where are the wins? And eventually it came. Spidey Hulk, O's about to choke. All right, well, let's move on here to the Orioles and the Royals. I think this is a safe time to fully move on here. But here we go. Still a 1-0 game. I mean, this is unbelievable. I'm stunned. All right, let me switch over everything. Let me adjust the title. Let me switch up the thumbnail. All right, we're fully in Orioles-Royals mode. Where is my remote? There it is. All righty. I mean, it's moving pretty quickly here. We're in the 4th inning already. What channel is this one on? This is on ESPN. Good old ESPN. I say that sarcastically a little bit. All right. John Dowd. Tigers do have the most baseball-y looking roster. They really do, right? You know? Kind of like how the people describe the Orioles, like they churn these guys out of a factory. You can kind of look at it from the Tigers' point of view too, right? You know, they got just some ball players, man. You got a guy like Rogers with a mustache, you know? Just some gritty looking players. I like that. I like teams like that. And kind of like the Phillies, right? The Phillies are like that too. You just got dudes that look like they grew up playing travel ball, you know? I mean, Zach Eflin is pitching well today, right? You know, he ran into that trouble a little bit in the top of the 1st, but he's not pitching bad by any means. I'm worried about this Orioles team. I'm very worried. Ocean View Coffee Shop. The Phillies are a dangerous team in the playoffs. The only thing I worry about with the Phillies, man, if the Padres can get by the Dodgers, I think the Padres could knock them off. You know? They got, in my opinion, you know, do they got Wheeler? No. But you got a guy like Dylan Cease that can match up very well. I mean, Michael King looked great last night. Again, but you also look at what has been the talking point with the Phillies over the last couple of years. The wild card round, right? And you look up the teams that they've gone up, going up against the Braves, the team that won the division, and everyone was looking at how the Braves were getting iced from the layoff. Is that going to happen with the Phillies? Ooh, hit him right on the thigh. No name. Phillies have had the Padres number. That is true, right? The Padres, if you go back a couple of years ago, they are definitely better now than they were a couple of years ago. But listen, the Dodgers, I think a lot of people look towards how the Dodgers don't get it done in the postseason. I mean, that is true. The Dodgers seem to have something when it comes to postseason baseball. But you got the Ohtani factor, man. When you have Ohtani, who has been itching to play postseason baseball, that's something you can't counter. You can't counter Shohei Ohtani. I mean, there's no other Ohtanis out there. So, we'll see. I mean, the Padres, they definitely got talent, but Ohtani's a guy that can just change the game with one swing. But we'll see. Ocean View, if there is one concern with the Dodgers, like you said, it's the pitching. They have a bullpen, though. They got some good arms in that bullpen. I do like the depth of it. The starting pitching is going to have to come up big, though. Walker Buehler is going to have to be the textbook example of an X factor. QQWW. I don't know. I think Ohtani's pretty good. I think he's good. Jack, ALCS, Tigers, Yankees. Yankees winning 5. Remember, what was it, what year was it when the Tigers and the Astros went up against each other in the postseason? Was that 2013? I don't know. I'm going, no, that's the Red Sox. They won that year. Or did the Yankees and the Tigers play each other in the division round that year? Red Sox had the Rays. I'm going blank on that postseason in the division round. No, that's right. You had the Red Sox and the Rays. You had the A's. That was what it was. So I think what was that, 2014? No, that was was it 2012? What was that year when the Tigers knocked off the Yankees? Yeah, it was 2012. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, the Tigers swept the Yankees that year. I don't know. I mean, could this happen again? We will just have to wait and see. Here we go. Orioles bats coming up here. You got Santander, Kowser, and Rushman. I'm getting nervous about Baltimore, man. I'm getting real nervous. Hector says, just walk Ohtani. Take your chances getting the other players out. Don't let them beat you. I mean, honestly, it's such a great strategy, right? Unfortunately, teams are just not going to do that because they don't want to give up. It just goes completely against the analytics. You don't want to just give up free base runners, right? But it's kind of one of those things where it is Ohtani. Spidey Hulk, 2009 World Series rematch, Phillies and the Yankees. Would be a fun World Series. I like the Yankees this year. I'm not fully sold. They have the talent. I'm just wondering, is the talent going to be utilized in the right way, right? The bullpen, I feel like, has question marks. It's just, what are the roles in the bullpen, right? If they got that down pat and they find a good rhythm, who pitches what inning, can Holmes come through, with all the struggles he's had this year. Here's the thing with Clay Holmes. He does have pretty good numbers, But, is Luke Weaver going to be able to shut it down at the end of games? That's the one thing I worry about the Yankees, right? Rodon, the advanced metrics don't favor him entirely, but a guy that can go out there and he can be pretty solid for you. And obviously, you got Judge and Soto. So, yeah, Yankees, Padres, that'd be fun. Oh, my goodness. Baltimore fans, I'm going to be right here with you. I'm going to be very frustrated if Baltimore cannot figure this out. Because this is a team, I picked this team to go to the World Series. Preseason, I picked them World Series. Here, I had them getting out of the American League. I'm going to be stunned if Baltimore, in a way, like, I'm not stunned, because, again, it is Reagans and Lugo. I will say this, if Baltimore loses this series, who would I turn to at that point? Listen, I'll be honest with you. If the Orioles get knocked out, I'm going to go with the Royals, to be honest with you. I'm going to go Royals. I just like the pitching. I like the defense. They do well when they have runners in scoring position. I'll be honest. I think if the Royals win this series, I have them getting to the World Series. That will be my pick. Santander comes through. Goodness gracious. Can the Baltimore Orioles get something going here? There are too many good hitters in this lineup, man. I'm going to be so aggravated if Baltimore can't score. I know it's Lugo and Reagans. I know that's tough, but come on, man. Honestly, Baltimore, they need to start getting loud. Don't sit there on your hands, man. It's a 1-0 game. Just sitting there quiet. You stand up. Get some noise going in here. Goodness. Tim King of Jordan's worst World Series matchup rating would be Kansas City and the Brewers. Listen, I'd be all over it. That'd be so fun. But it would, ratings-wise, listen, it would definitely even affect people on YouTube. It really would. Like, if I'm doing watch-alongs for each of those games, you will absolutely see a lot of people, like, not many people in that chat. I'll say this for example. If you have Dodgers Yankees World Series, and I'm doing watch-alongs for each game, I guarantee that's a minimum of 500 people in this chat, a minimum. But if you got Royals and the Brewers, you probably got like maybe 150. Yeah. Goodness gracious, man. Cowser with the strikeout. Lugo looking tremendous here today. Venny says, luckily for us, Brewers aren't making it far. It's another team. Like, it's like every year, how many times, have we had in the power rankings this year? Do you know how many Brewers fans were just yelling at me? There's a base hit. Thank goodness. Adley Rutschman coming through. Rushman's a guy that needs to step up. He's had a terrible second half. Rutschman is a guy that should be producing for you. But the Orioles are threatening here. Bottom of the fourth, they got a couple of runners on. They just need one hit. One hit here, I think, could turn the energy around. Roller Girl Dreams. I won't say which Royals player I'm dating, but he's an amazing hitter. Interesting. We need a hint. We need some kind of a hint. Oh, what a stop from Massey. Oh, my goodness, what a play. There's that defense for Kansas City. The number one defense in Major League Baseball this year. Number one infield as well. Outfield, not really. But the number one defense in Major League Baseball and outs above average. Wow, what a play. That's a huge play. Those are the plays that, man, that saves a game. Goodness. That's a clutch play. But, that's the thing. Like, people think, clutch, think of the big swings, the big moments, the big home runs, right? That, to me, is a very clutch play. Oh, we got a super chat coming in here. Joe Hill, $9.99. Go Tigers. As Hinch says, you got to believe. Truly a historic run. Great for the Tigers, man. Absolutely. What a run. I mean, they were, what was it? I think it was 8.5 games out that they were, I think, on August 1st. Crazy. Here we go. Mountcastle trying to get something done. He rides it in on the hands. He couldn't check his swing. Unbelievable. I think Massey just saved the game. Pops it up. Wow. Renfroe's under it, and there's the third out. Massey is an absolute dog. Wow. Roller Girl Dreams, the opposite of senior. Well, according to my calculations, I think that means junior. Who could that be on the Royals? I don't know. No names coming to mind as of right now. That is sarcasm, by the way. That is sarcasm. Well, that is true. That's rather interesting. Man. I'm surprised no one in this chat's talking about the Massey dive. What a play. I mean, no one is reacting to that? Like, I am stunned by that freaking play he just made. That is just... That's a big-time play. Goodness. I can't believe the Orioles are they actually going to lose this? Man. Jake Trinidad, I am convinced. I bet $3,000 on the Yankees to make the World Series. I mean, if there is a year, man, I mean, when you got Soto and Judge. Yeah. No, Kai 13. No, you can't say that. Hardcore for all. It's the fifth inning, calm before the storm. But, hey, It's frustrating right now for Baltimore. But, hey, they started putting the bat on the ball a little bit. That's hard to do against Lugo. Lugo has been fantastic this year. So good. Wow. KC card connection. I make $700 on a $10 bet if the Royals make the World Series. Listen, I think that if they can get by here, I think they have a shot. I really do. Onto the bullpen. Wow. They have taken out Eflin. Why? Why did they take out Eflin? How many pictures was Eflin at? Dude, Eflin was at 75. I mean, I get it. You're going, I get the top, you'd be going through the order a third time. I'm guessing Eflin's numbers probably aren't amazing the third time through the order. Oh, I don't know about this one. I mean, that's my guess is the numbers the third time through. He's been fine. He has a 3.90 FIP the third time through the order. Why'd they take Eflin out? Am I missing something? Why did Eflin get taken out of this game? I don't know. Is he hurt? Is something going on? Well, I got the strikeout there from Columbia. Looking up Columbia's stats here. Oh, Colombe. Danny Colombe. I apologize for that. He's had a good year. 2.12 ERA. Nicole, thank you for that. I have not seen Colombe in action. Somehow I have not. I've seen the numbers with him, but I have never seen his name announced on a game. So, well, he's looking good here so far. Johnny T. Won't be happy until the Dodgers are eliminated. Then I'll start chugging beers. Gotta love it. There's a ground ball, left side. Great play. Great play from Gunnar Henderson, man. Backhand, strong throw, set the feet. Man, great play. Nando 390. Royals got to be the most boring team in baseball. Sometimes boring is the most effective. I mean, honestly, when you think about a lot of things in life, the most boring things, they tend to be, a lot of the times, the best things to do, right? There's a base hit there. Vinny Pasquantino's second base hit of the day. Kai 13, are you gonna be watching the Padres game? Yeah, I would like to. I might set up a new stream. I mean, depending on what time this game ends. I think that game starts at 8:30. So I'm gonna need to eat something here in a little bit. So I would, if I do stream that one, which I think I probably will. Yeah, I'd probably set up a new stream. Yeah, KC Card, yeah. Switching out to Webb. Taking a look at Webb's numbers this year. He's had a good year. 60 games, ERA 3.02, FIP at the 3.52. He's a little prone to the walks. About 4.3 walks per 9, but he keeps the ball in the yard. So, going up against Salvador Perez. Did not want the lefty against Perez. Yeah, Eris, 385. My Royals just do enough to get the job done. It's pitching and defense. Everyone loves hitting. Everyone loves the bats. But pitching and defense wins championships. Soto is leaving. My prediction is he ends up staying with the Yankees. But hey, you know, if another team shows him the money, I think in the end, though, he'll stay with the Yankees. I think the Yankees will make a good offer for him. And I think he'll end up staying. Jake Trinidad, do you guys think the Pirates will trade Skeens? I want him in pinstripes. I mean, how many times over the years have the Pirates had a good player, besides Brian Reynolds, and they ended up trading him, right? Go back to Garrett Cole. Ended up trading him to the Astros. So could that end up being the same thing with Paul Skeens? We'll see. Yeah, Soto's a free agent, so he's not going to be. I mean, they're not trading Soto. He's a free agent, so. Timotheus, Blue Jays can pay Soto. There's just something to me. I feel like probably Soto looks at that and he's like, Toronto. They haven't really been able to do anything. The Yankees are obviously a storied franchise. Usually have good farm systems year to year. They have money, obviously, to go out there and get free agents. I think Soto just ends up staying. Robbie, is it hard to put up with Yankee fans? I will say this. In my predictions video, I had some Yankee fans commenting in there saying, oh, typical Red Sox fan, not picking the Yankees to win. But it's like, I've probably been the most unbiased guy out here when it comes to the Yankees. Go back to 2020, 2021, the first 2 years of the channel, I picked the Yankees to go to the World Series. And it's like, then I don't pick them this year. And then I know people are new and whatever, but, they didn't see those videos back then a couple of years ago. But, I'm probably the most unbiased guy. Like, yeah, I'll root for my Red Sox, of course, but I leave the bias at the door. So, because that's not good business when it comes to doing a baseball channel. Doesn't make sense, I know Giraffe Neck Mark, he's been, obviously, he loves his Mets. But if you've noticed with Mark over the last couple of years, he has, kind of gotten away from being so heavy on the Mets. And even go to his predictions that he just did. He actually picked the Brewers to win that series. So, now Toby, I appreciate that. Now, don't get me wrong. I will definitely, I will get hot on my socks. That will be, I will definitely show it. But still, at the end of the day, I'm not going to pick my Red Sox unless I think they can do something. Tim King of Jordan's, if Ohtani struggles in his first playoffs, will that diminish his MVP season? I don't think so. I think people are still going to look at that and be like, that's one of the best. I think people will still regard that as one of the best seasons of all time. Yeah, Steezy Bra. I don't think I've ever heard you be biased against the Yankees at all. Yeah. No, I like the Yankees. I had them in my last power rankings. I had them third overall. I think I like what they've been doing this year. They got a good team. So, Crystal Rivera, is Seth Lugo still playing? I believe Lugo is still in the game when it comes to, he's not on the mound right now, but he's got 65 pitches, so he's definitely coming back out for the 6th inning. But the Royals got something cooking here. They got Melendez at the plate. Bases are loaded. Melendez, once again, a disappointing year. This is a guy that hit over 40 homers in the minor leagues just a few years ago. Hasn't really been able to do much at the major league level. This could be a big spot for him. Thank you, Crystal. I'll say this right now. If Kansas City, if they break this open here, it's done. It's over. Big swing and a miss there. Fastball up and away. Not a whole lot of velocity on that. 93, but great placement on it. Here we go. Big moment here. 0-2 count, 2 outs, bases loaded, top of the 5th. Can Melendez finally come through? Fastball up, 94. Nothing doing. Oh, big swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Baltimore there from Webb. Man. That's a moment that maybe can shift some momentum. Could Baltimore be picking up some momentum here? You know, you piece together a couple of hits last inning. Big strikeout there. I mean, Baltimore, man, they got to figure something out here. Time is ticking. Bottom of the 5th we go. Baltimore trying to make something happen. Timotheus, more like ball to less. I mean, it's definitely looking that way right now, but let's see. I mean, yesterday, they just couldn't get anything going. They did have a big moment where they could have come through against Reagans, and then Reagans had the big strikeout against Gunnar Henderson. Man. Diego, it's really cool. People can see these games for free through an official betting page. Ooh, can you? I didn't know you could do. I didn't know that was possible. That's pretty cool. SG27, Robbie, do you think the Padres will sweep today? I picked a 2-0 sweep for the Padres. I know the Braves, you know, they got freed, right? I don't know, man. I just think the Padres, they got the energy right now. I feel like no matter who they go up against, I don't know. I think just the life has just when Sale went down, I don't know, man. I feel like just the air got taken out of their tires. You know what I mean? Aries 385. Dayton Moore should have traded MJ before his MLB debut, cashed in on his prospect value because of having Salvi already. I go back a few years ago. I feel like I remember people suggesting maybe Melendez could have been, maybe a trade piece. But here we go. Baltimore's up. Mullins, Urias, and Henderson. Listen, if Mullins or Urias can get on, and you got the top of the order, I mean, listen, this is a big spot for these two at the bottom of the order. Charlie, when was the last time this Orioles team scored a run? I mean, when that last game, right? Yeah, against the Twins. You know, Mullins has hit better here in the second half, so let's see if he can come through here. And there were talks at the deadline where maybe Mullins could have been a guy that they trade. And here he is in a big spot. Curveball in the dirt. 3-2 count. They just need a base runner. If Mullins can get on, my goodness. They need something here. They need something. Baltimore needs some juice. Oh, he hits it deep. That's going. It's gone. Cedric Mullins comes through. And the Orioles have tied the game. They finally got a run. Oh, that's a big moment for Baltimore. They needed something badly. You know, I was just saying, 5-10 minutes ago, they got together a couple of hits there the last inning. The big strikeout. That's momentum builders right there. And man, oh man, Baltimore is on the board. We are back, baby. We are back. My World Series pick for the American League is alive and well. There's another base hit from Urias. And the Orioles are cooking. And Gunnar Henderson is coming up. Here we go. Can we get a bloop and a blast here? Good for Mullins, man. We were just talking about it a second ago where this was a guy who was a possible trade candidate. Good for Mullins to come through in a big way. They can't stop here. They got to keep this going, man. I mean, sure, they tied the game, but with this pitching, I'm just saying. I just saw my last name on a jersey in the Orioles dugout. But that did not look like Brandon Hyde. It looked like someone else. Is Brandon Hyde's son in the dugout? Like, who was that? Here we go. Gunnar Henderson should be a finalist for MVP. He won't win the MVP award, but, I mean, this guy's had an amazing year. Hit 281 on the year with an 893 OPS, 37 home runs. Great year for Gunnar Henderson, including great defense. Man, I wanted Henderson to... Why did he not drill that all the way to Cincinnati? I mean, my goodness. That was a changeup that was at the top of the zone. I feel like he could have just lifted that. Baltimore might be cooking here. Here we go. Gunnar Henderson, 2-1 count, bottom of the fifth, runner on first. Another curveball low. Lugo seems to be battling something here. He's not finding the strike zone like he was in the first 4 innings. Gunnar Henderson, 3-1 count. A cutter in. Henderson gets the walk, and the Orioles all of a sudden have a little momentum. Cal Ripken Jr. loves it. Jordan Westburg is up. 2 runners on. No outs. Baltimore needs to keep this going. Are we lagging here? Oh, Lugo bobbles it. And the bases are loaded in Baltimore. All of a sudden, we got something cooking. It's a tough spot here. This is the best the Orioles have looked over the last 2 days. And they got a big guy up here in Santander. Over 40 home runs this year. A grand slam would be absolutely amazing. Ooh, cutter up and in. Lugo's really fighting command. I don't know if there's something going on with the release point, something mechanically. I don't know if he's just feeling gassed. I don't know what it is. Ooh, Santander, a big swing. And he pops it straight up. Gurriel makes the catch. That's a tough one for Baltimore, man. Santander, I'm sorry. You got to come through in a better way there. I know baseball's hard, but when you have a bases loaded situation after you have struggled so much to put runs on the board, that's terrible. That's terrible. I mean, not bases loaded, no outs, and you can't even get a productive out. I'm sorry, man. Like, that's just. Yeah, Charlie Sess, man, I'm sorry. I don't know why. I don't know why my stream is so behind. I'm guessing it's because I use the Spectrum app. I don't know why it's so behind. Do other people in the chat, like, I'm guessing you all, I'm sure some of you have Spectrum. I mean, it's probably just the app that I'm using. But I've had other people tell me before they watch through Spectrum. Yeah, that's my guess. Oh, is it? So what's another app that I can use? Because I've had this issue over the last, few years. What is it? What's a good app that I can use? Kai 13, yeah, I'm using the Spectrum app on the TV. Well, Rafael Diaz, can I watch on MLB TV? I have MLB TV. Yeah, Kai 13, maybe I got to do that. Maybe I got to go with YouTube TV. Because I'm tired of this being delayed for so long. Because I'll notice it too. Like, I'll notice on the I have Game Day pulled up on the screen here, and I'll notice things are happening, 30 seconds prior. Yeah, maybe I'll go with YouTube TV. Maybe once we start doing the watch-alongs for the division round, I'll probably do that. Timotheus, you use Buff Streams? Buff Streams? I haven't heard of that before. Arias 385 using Hulu. Can you do this on Hulu? After this inning, I'll go. I think I have Hulu. I'll go check it out. I didn't know you could watch the games on there. I just figured you gotta use the cable provider. Big swing and a miss. But here we go. Baltimore trying to make something happen here. Got a lefty-lefty matchup. Zerpa, he's had a pretty solid year this year, going up against Colton Cowser. Cowser's a guy, man. He can be prone to those strikeouts. Bottom of the fifth here. 0-2 count. Another slider. Doesn't bite. Eris 385. Have to get the live TV package with Hulu. Oh, well, okay. I think we're gonna have a better experience moving forward. I think I'm gonna look into the either Hulu or I'll look into the YouTube TV. Oh! He got hit and the run scores! Unfortunately, he had to take one for the team. Hopefully, Cowser is okay. Obviously, he's not okay right now. Oh, so that's a strikeout. I hate that, man. Because, I mean, he did. Okay, now that you look at the replay, he was going to swing. That's crazy. He was committed to the swing on a pitch that was coming to hit him. So I was thinking maybe he was just trying to get out of the way. But no, that guy committed to the swing. So I think in that situation, I think that's fair. I have seen before where guys try to get out of the way and they just can't do anything about it. Like they're trying to just move and then unfortunately the bat goes through the zone. That one, though, that's a strikeout because he was literally swinging at a ball that was coming at him. I mean, what was Cowser's strikeout rate this year? I know it was very high at one point. Yeah, 30% strikeout rate this year, man. That is just crazy. He had a 16% walk rate in AAA last year, and then over 26 games. I mean, why is this guy striking out so much? Like, that's when you know your plate discipline is not good. You're swinging at a pitch that's literally going to hit you. Crazy. He's got to work on that. But yeah, Patrick B., I see the point, though. I can see the point there. Oh, my dishes are done, everybody. The dishes are done. This is an unbelievable turn of events because the Orioles, even though Cowser got hit by the pitch, he struck out. And the Orioles were not able to score. Rushman in a big spot here. Rushman has had a very bad second half. 2-2 count. If the Royals get through this, hard hit ball left side. Bobby Wick Jr.'s got it on to first. Wow. That's unbelievable. I can't believe it. Wow. The Orioles absolutely blew that. That's crazy. I know people are going to be, they're going to be hot on that strikeout call. They're going to be very hot about that. Yeah, CHB, you're lagging bad. Yeah, I got to figure something out here. Let me see. Well, I don't have the Hulu package. I mean, let's see. What if I ordered that right now? How much is the Hulu package? Because I know I got Hulu. Super Sports Edits. What team do you like? I think you can see it right here, my friend. I think you can see it right there. I don't think I even have a login. Do you have Hulu? You do? Here, there's the 70. Can you get a free? You can do the free trial with the Hulu. If I can do that, that would be fantastic. Because I'm so tired of this game. Like, I didn't even know that you could. Kevin Green. Yeah, there will be channels out there that they'll have the game on, like or they'll at least do the audio of the game. I've seen that. Mighty Mark Jr. After that inning, I feel like the Orioles deserve to lose. Bases loaded, no outs, and the only one on the home run. MLB TV works. Just tried it. Didn't know if it worked for only the postseason. I'll see. I'll go over there. Cause yeah, like this is ridiculous. When I'm so far behind like that. I mean, maybe MLB TV works for the wild card round. I feel like that's a possibility. No, I can only do the audio on MLB TV. Well, I don't know. Did you figure out the Hulu thing? Oh. Well, we will see if we can get something cooking. Okay, so with Hulu, you can do a 3-day free trial. So that'll be good here for I think for today. Yeah, Timotheus. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be too big of a deal, but I would like it to be closer to real time. We will see. Deshaun Hodge, can't forget to cancel the subscription. I have definitely had my fair share of moments where I forgot to cancel the subscription. And these companies know that. They know that. They know you're going to forget. So that's why they do them. You just have to put the reminder on your phone. That's always the best way. When you think to yourself, okay, I'll put the reminder. Nah, I don't need the reminder. I'll be okay. You're going to forget. Christopher R. Hulu is behind what I have now? Is it really? Is it that bad? So I have no options here. So basically, I got to do like YouTube TV. Is there a separate app with Hulu Live TV? Oh, let's go to TV. Go to no. Go to TV. Oh, is that what you were? So go left. No, go back up. Up here. It's on ESPN. Let's see here. All right, well, I'll know this for the next time. I'll stick with the Spectrum app today, and I'll look into switching it up. I think YouTube TV you can do a free trial. Alrighty, we are back. What about good old cable, you ask? I mean, hey, I wouldn't mind, but I think cable is kind of, I mean, I'm using cable. I'm using Spectrum. This is my cable package. So, where are we at with the likes, everyone? We're at 221. Can we get to 300? That is the goal here. I gotta switch up the, goal here. Here we go. New poll. All right, we did achieve our goal. Oh, and the Royals get on here. He beats the throw. We did achieve our goal of 200 likes. Can we get 300? I mean, he did as good of a job as you could. Hey, Dejan Hodge, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I can't believe Baltimore didn't come through. I'm stunned on that. Honestly, I feel like that they had so much momentum there, and they just completely blew it. Now I feel like all the momentum is gone. I'm worried about Baltimore right now. I'm worried. Give credit to KC. I mean, they're pitching their butts off here. They're a gritty team, but CNL Perez has looked pretty good this year. If we were to pull up the numbers. Now, the ERA doesn't look good with him, but the FIP at a 3.30 looks great. And the big thing with him, he hasn't given up a home run all year. So that's why his FIP is so low. He definitely walks a few guys, but he has not given up a home run. .97 down the pipe. Well, Massey had that huge play earlier in the game that saved a run. It would be a 2-1 game right now if Massey didn't come up with that play. Oh, Massey lifts it. Flares it. It bloops in. Mullins gets it in quick, and the Royals are threatening here. Runner on third. After the Massey bloop. 2 outs here. Baltimore is silent. You can't hear anything. You can hear the worry in the stands. That's because you can't hear anything. Goodness gracious, man. Here comes Brandon Hyde making another pitching change, going with Cano. Talking sports, the reason why the O's don't look so good is because of management. I've been seeing a lot of Orioles fans, they have voiced their opinions over Brandon Hyde. And I see a lot of negativity towards Brandon Hyde. So, that's interesting. Orioles need to hire Cal Ripken Jr. as their new manager. Could you imagine? Man, what a move that would be. I don't think that guy has any interest in managing the Orioles. I think that guy is good with his life. I think he is sitting pretty. That guy's not going to be managing the Orioles. Yeah, Baby P, not the manager's fault. I mean, yeah. I mean, the pitching with the Royals is the big reason here. I mean, obviously, this is a big disappointment for Baltimore to not come through in the situations that they've had. But you have to give a lot of credit to Kansas City, too. All right. Yennier Cano. Let's pull up the numbers here. Great year for him. 70 games, 3.15 ERA, FIP at the 3.55. Just under 10 strikeouts per nine, 3.5 walks per nine, under a home run per nine. So Cano, he has been a solid arm for the Orioles this year. Baby P. I'm an Orioles fan. I was at the game last night. Corbin was out in the ninth. That's not Brandon Hyde's fault. The Blair's couldn't get a run. And again, yeah, give a lot of credit to Kansas City. They're pitching their butts off right now. All right, Cano looking for some big outs or a big out here. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Kansas City has a great opportunity here to get back out in front. 2 outs, runner on third. Bobby Witt Jr. came through yesterday. Bobby Witt up the middle. He's got it. That might not be in time. Oh, and Kansas City once again comes through, and all of that momentum that Baltimore had is gone. Man, that's brutal, man. That's so brutal for the Orioles. You got a home run from Mullins. Bases loaded, no outs. I mean, that's just crazy. Cano looked like he was pretty close in grabbing it. I mean, great play there. Great play from Westberg. I mean, good grief. But when you got Bobby Witt, I mean, with that speed. Yeah, Baby P, man. Shame on this lineup for not coming through in those spots earlier in the game, too. I mean, obviously, Massey, the defense, but that's what happens when you have great defense. Pasquantino up. Came through earlier in the game. Had the base hit to get the Royals' first run on the board. Yeah, JB, Bobby's clutch. Hey, sometimes all you got to do is put the ball in play. You don't need a big home run. You don't need, a gapper to clear the bases. Just put the ball in play and things can happen. The Orioles could not do that. Yes, Santander popping up. A guy that's hit 40 home runs this year, and he's trying to jack one out of the park. Sees a high fastball, and he just swung out of his shoes on it. And he pops it up. And honestly, I'm really wondering, why was Eflin taken out of the game? I don't get that. I feel like he probably had another inning in him. I don't know. Is that just me? Am I missing something? I feel like you could have gotten one more out of him. I think he was at, what, 80 pitches? 85? Yeah, JB. Just put the ball in play. That's why ground balls, listen, put the ball on the ground. Baltimore, one big thing with Baltimore is they're a fly ball team. So Kansas City, on the other hand, what was Kansas City's, got 2 strikes here. What was Kansas City's ground ball percentage this year? Salvador Perez is up here looking to make something happen. Ground ball left side. Foul ball. But let's see. What was their ground ball percentage this year? I mean, Kansas City was pretty low when it came to the ground balls this year. 22nd overall. Highest ground ball percentage was Miami, Washington, Milwaukee at 45%. Another big spot here for Kansas City. They had one of these earlier. They couldn't come through. But Cano looking for a big out here. Salvador Perez had a great year. Big strikeout from Cano. Changeup. Got him. I mean, the Orioles need something. I don't know, man. Felt like it took that much effort to get one run across the board. Let's see. I mean, let's see if they can come up here and get something done. So you got O'Hearn, Mountcastle, and Mullins back up. Again, getting towards the bottom of the order. I mean, with Baltimore here, hey, they still got 4 more innings. You know, this is far from over, but you just don't feel very good. Deshaun Hodge, Jackson Holiday pinch hitting. Is Holiday pinch hitting? Oh, man. I need that drama in my life. I need Jackson Holiday to pinch hit and come through with just a massive homer. Now, what you could do, what you got with Urias, you know, let's look up the numbers with... I mean, not really a whole lot with the bat this year. I mean, not bad with the bat by any means. 254, 423 on the slugging, 745 OPS overall. So I don't know. Do you put... Oh, so you got Austin Slater pinch hitting for Ryan O'Hearn to go up against the lefty. JB, are the Tigers a team to be scared of? They barely got in, have nothing to lose. I'm glad the Astros are out. I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of glad too because I picked the Tigers to win that series. I think I'm the only man here on YouTube that actually made a gutsy call like that. Now all of a sudden, all the Astros fans that were yelling at me in those comments on my predictions video, they're all of a sudden quiet. Austin Slater going up against the lefty Zerpa, trying to make something happen. Austin Slater this year, let's pull up the numbers with Slater. Remember, they brought him in, was it right before the deadline? He's actually, he hasn't been hitting lefties really well at all. I mean, he's got a 66 WRC plus. I mean, I know it's O'Hearn, but I don't know. I feel like, what is the call here? I get it. O'Hearn's the lefty, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, what were O'Hearn's numbers against left? I'd be curious to see this. I mean, O'Hearn hit lefties better. believe it or not. Okay, well, I mean, still, it wasn't great against lefties, but he was better than Slater. Man. Big swing and a miss from Slater. Big strikeout from Zerpa. Man, I'm worried about this Orioles team right now. Worried. I can't believe Cowser also struck out on that. That's just unbelievable. That's unbelievably bad plate discipline. Ball was oh my god. I'm baffled by that. When I look at the Baltimore lineup, I see a list of MLB's most eligible bachelors, not most threatening hitters. They're looking like it right now. I mean, come on. $50% off Domino's this week. So if you're looking to get a pizza for postseason baseball, Domino's is your that's your option this week. 50% off. What a clutch time for Domino's to come through with the postseason starting this week. I'm just saying, everyone. Brewers and Mets starting to get warm out there. I think that game starts in about 45 minutes. Oh, Deshaun Hodge, not a Domino's fan. Oh, I mean, out of all of them, Domino's, Papa John's, and Pizza Hut, I think, I don't know, I feel like I lean Domino's. John Schreiber, Red Sox legend, on the mound. Are you doing a shift? Okay. It's so quiet in Baltimore. Big strikeout. John Schreiber, Red Sox legend, coming through. That's so crazy, man. They had so much energy. That's just crazy. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not, sitting here saying the Orioles are going to lose this, but out of so many games that I've watched, Mullins comes through here, lifts it to left, unfortunately into the glove of Melendez. I mean, I've watched a lot of games over the years, and anytime you just see momentum shifting like this, I feel like it just does not end up going well. I don't know what to say. Man. Yeah, Chris Jones. Looks like Baltimore is just about to die. I can't believe it. I'm at a loss for words. If I'm feeling this way and I'm a Red Sox fan, I mean, I can't imagine how Baltimore fans are feeling right now. SG27, Robbie, what are your ALCS predictions? I had the Orioles and the Tigers. Right now, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm leaning. I know if the Royals advance here, they got to go through the Yankees, but as we have seen here, I mean, listen, I'm just going to point this out. As we have seen, if the Royals advance, we have seen right in front of our eyes, good pitching beats good hitting. I mean, I think I'd lean Royals in that series. I mean, honestly, Royals Tigers. I'd probably go Royal. I think at this point, right now, if it keeps going this way, I'm thinking my backup pick. I actually commented on I did a pinned comment on my predictions video, and I put there. I said Royals Padres is going to be epic. That's my backup World Series pick. I went with Orioles and the Phillies. My backup is the Royals and the Padres. Padres probably winning that. Yeah, David, Philly is my pick to win it all this year. I would love to see Kansas City and Philly. I would love to see that. Ground ball to the left side. Arias has it on to first. There's the first out here in the top of the seventh. Base hit. And the Royals keep it going here. Melendez comes through. Hunter Renfro's up. Not a great year for Renfro. He did have an injury at one point. But overall, not an amazing year for Renfro. Big swing and a miss. Tries to steal second, and they got him. There looks like they might want to challenge it. Rushman can't run on that guy. He might have beaten that throw. Oh, nope. Close play, though. Ground ball to the left side. Cano's got it. Throws going backwards. Makes a great play. And the Orioles get through it. The crowd coming alive here a little bit. They need these people to wake up. They need to start making some noise. Don't sit on your hands, man. Make some noise. They got to get something here. Arias has a big at-bat here. This guy, he came through last time. He's got to get on again. You got to set the table for Henderson, Westberg, and hopefully maybe this could be a time where Santander, maybe he could have an opportunity to redeem himself on that at-bat. Could you see a situation like that? Maybe. Timotheus can't wait to see the Phillies lineup this year. Will Castellanos be fourth, Rojas in the ninth spot? That sounds probably right. Castellanos maybe fourth or fifth. Yeah, Timotheus Schreiber is hittable. Let me go back to Schreiber's numbers here on the year. He was pretty solid this year. FIP at a 3.03. Not a whole lot of strikeouts. He's not going to give up a home run ball. That's for sure. That's why he was so good back in 2022 for the Red Sox. He was one of the bright spots of that team. 8 strikeouts per 9 this year. I mean, he gets a lot of ground balls, a 51% ground ball rate. And when you look at, the Orioles this year, they've been a big fly ball team. So that's that could definitely be a big mismatch. Now, looking at the Orioles pitching staff, how have they done when it comes to ground balls? KC is actually a top 10 team this year when it comes to the ground ball rate. So I think for the Royals, their strategy in this one was don't let the Orioles get into one. And so far, so good. They're getting a lot of weak contact with the Orioles. Schreiber paints the corner, 95 with a four-seamer. Went for the sweeper. Didn't bite. Baltimore's so quiet, man. I mean, they're trying to make noise, but I get it. You're frustrated with your team, but, you got to start making noise. I don't get it. What are these fans doing? Get up. Stand up and make some noise. That's crazy. I get it. It's been a frustrating series, but strike 3. I think Baltimore's cooked. They might be cooked. There's no energy in this stadium. There's nothing happening. I mean, I don't know, man. Hey, I get it too, man. It's like I said, it's been a frustrating game. It's been a frustrating series. I get it, but you're fighting for your lives. I mean, sitting there quiet is not going to help. That's not going to do anything. I mean, I get it. It's been tough, but I mean, do you want it to keep being tough? I think sitting there quiet is not going to help you at all. Man. But, hey, got the top of the order here. You got Long coming in. So you're going to get the lefty-lefty matchup here. Decent ERA this year. FIP at a 3.89. I mean, he's been pretty solid this year. Kansas City, they got good arms all over the place. 9.2 strikeouts per 9, 3.6 walks per 9, a home run per 9. So let's see. How has Henderson done against left-handed pitching this year? So Long, he goes big on the four-seamer slider and the curve. And so Gunnar Henderson this year against left-handed pitching, not as good against the righties, or as he was against the righties. He had 29 home runs against righties, 8 home runs against the lefties. WRC plus 138 against lefties, so he can definitely do damage there. But let's see, how has he done against the sliders and the curveballs? He's hitting .299 against sliders this year. Against curveballs, hitting .316. So we will see. Takes a big hack. Gets under it. 0-2 count quickly to Gunnar Henderson. Slider on the outside. Good take from Gunnar. They need something big from him here. Oh, my God. Wow. I think Baltimore is cooked. I think they're cooked. He just flailed at that. Good grief, man. Wow. Here we go. Let's see if Westberg can do something. Big swing and a miss. You know, it's funny with Baltimore, you know, coming into the series, people were worried about the bullpen. And their bullpen's been good. I mean,
okay,
well,
I found this
what
on the web.
why did Siri just pop up here? Siri just came out of nowhere and scared the crap out of me. What is happening here? Goodness. But yeah, the offense, that's the one thing people weren't really concerned about. Westberg trying to make something happen. Not biting. Slider away. Full count. Baltimore needs anything at this point, even a walk. Oof. Fouls it off. Slider in the middle. Can't be hanging sliders like that, but unfortunately for Baltimore, they're having trouble hitting anything at this point. Full count here to Westberg. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Slider down and in. Westberg draws the walk, and Baltimore has something. They need anything at this point. Santander, this is his chance to redeem himself. Can't hold up the swing. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah, David. That's right. That makes sense. Fly ball, center field. Warning track power. Unbelievable. I think Baltimore is cooked, everyone. I think it's, I don't know. I'm not going to say it's over, but, I mean, this isn't good. This is not good. I don't think the Mets and the Padres have, or the Mets Brewers, I don't think they've started yet. When do they start? 7:30? Yeah, they start at 7:30. Atlanta, San Diego on at 8:30. Man. Life peace, man. I think Baltimore fans, if they don't pull this out, I think, I don't know. I would imagine Baltimore fans, they're going to be calling for Brandon Hyde to be out. Because at the end of the day, that's the easy scapegoat. Man. Well, here comes Soto. He has been rather inconsistent. He's got good stuff. pours in 97. And Dominguez is warming for the Orioles here. Man, oh man. Oh, whoops, I didn't have the game up. Sorry about that. Full count here to Isbell. Oh, brother. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this for the Orioles. Soto scares the crap out of me. I don't know. I've just not been very big on Soto this year. Not Juan Soto, Gregory Soto. The walks, man. I mean, sure, good strikeouts. You know. Caden Litchford, should the Orioles fire Brandon Hyde? I definitely think that we'll see. I think that could be a possibility. I mean, 2 years in a row. I mean, you had 100 wins last year, a talented team this year. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Everyone, we are almost at 300 likes. If you can help us get to that goal, that will be amazing. Tommy Pham, Diamondbacks legend, coming up. VGN, do I think the Yankees fire Boone if they don't win at all? No, he's not going anywhere. There have been so many good chances to move on from Aaron Boone, and they haven't done it. So, I'm not convinced at this point. Top of the 8th here. Runner on first. Tommy Pham is up in a pinch hit spot. Soto trying to keep the lead to 1. Or keep the deficit to 1. Yeah, Johnny T. I think Dave Roberts will be out if they... I think the Dodgers need to at least make it to the championship series. There's a ground ball. Gunnar Henderson has it. Flips it to second. Gets the out at second. What a great play from Gunnar Henderson. Are they going to challenge the play? So my guess is probably because he didn't have control of the ball, maybe. I mean, nah, that's fine. Yeah, he had control of that. He was just flipping it to his hand. But 2 outs here for Baltimore. They need one more to keep this a 2-1 game going into the bottom of the 8th. And they're making the change. They are not having Soto go up against Bobby Wick Jr. They got Dominguez. Sir Anthony Dominguez coming in. Man, oh man. They need one big out. Bobby Wick Jr. has been responsible for 2 of the 4 runs in this series. The 4 total runs in this series, Bobby Wick Jr. has provided 2 of them. Miles says, Bobby Witt, prove you're the MVP. I mean, he's looking pretty good. Christopher R., that was another thing, man. I think people forgot about the Will Smith effect. You know what I mean? Anytime he goes to a team, they win a World Series. Caden, will I be live for the Braves and the Padres? I think I will be. That game starts in a little over an hour. I need to eat something, though. So my guess is we'll have a little bit of a break, and then I'll start a new stream. I would like to go live to that to react to that game. But Dominguez is in. Let's pull up the numbers with Dominguez. He's been kind of whatever this year. I mean, he's gotten 10 saves with Baltimore, but he is very home run prone. 2.4 home runs per 9 this year with Dominguez with Baltimore over 25 games. So if you're to look at that in more simple terms, with Baltimore this year, he's given up 6 home runs over 25 outings. That's pretty high. He's got a big task here, Bobby Wick Jr. Big task. Big swing and a miss. And he steals second. Darren Blanco stealing second easily. One hit here makes it a 3-1 game. Bobby Witt has done this a couple of times. Oh, boy. I mean, honestly, Zook, why not walk him? Man, honestly, why not? I mean, but Pasquantino, he's been good tonight, too. So, you know what I mean? If you walk Bobby Witt, leave a pitch over the middle of the plate, and then all of a sudden that could be a 5-1 game and your season's over. So, you kind of can't really get around it. Oh, slider on the inside, up and in, and he got him to swing. Let's see here. 1-2 count to Bobby Witt. 2 outs here. Top of the 8th. Dominguez looking for a huge out. Runner on second. Slider away. Bobby Witt checked the swing. Fouled it off. The Orioles fans are on their feet. Big moment here. Dominguez with a slider strikes him out. Big time strikeout. And the crowd is coming alive a little bit. Man, they need to start this off in a big way. Heston Kjerstad is getting a pinch hit appearance here in the bottom of the 8th. Adley Rutschman up after him. And then Austin Slater, who is coming in to pitch for the Royals. I mean, if it's a righty, oh my goodness, please get Austin Slater out of the game. Do not put Austin Slater. So they got Bubic coming in. So they got the lefty. Oh, who could come in for Slater, man? I don't like that. I mean, McCann? I mean, I don't think you do Holiday in that situation. And what, I mean, I know Holiday hasn't really done all that much, but has he at least hit a home run against a lefty this year? He has hit a home run against the lefty, but he's got 40 ABs against lefties and 4 hits. Oh, boy. I don't know. I don't... Man, Slater? Where is... What happened to Austin Hayes? I mean, am I forgetting something here? Did I go blank? Oh, yeah, duh. He went to the Phillies. I'm an idiot. Goodness, I'm so used to Austin Hayes being on the Orioles. Good, my God, I just completely went blank right there. Oh, potato brain moment. Man, Slater, oh. Has anyone gotten the new iPhone 16? I've been seeing all the commercials lately. I don't think I'm going to bite. I got the 15. But probably not going to bite on the 16. I feel like they're all the same every single year. But here we go. Kjerstad with a pinch hit appearance here. They need something. iPhone... Rapid with an iPhone 8. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Baltimore fans on their feet. Where was this energy in the last inning? Where was this? You do it now in the bottom of the 8th? Where was the towel waving last inning? Here we go. Kjerstad. He's in. Oh, big swing. Fouls it off. Let's see what can happen here. 745 OPS this year. Not a whole lot of playing time for Kjerstad at the major league level this year. My guess is when Santander hits free agency. Oh, there's a liner, but Bobby Witt Jr.'s got it. The Orioles are down to their last 5 outs. Actually, I thought that was a base hit off the bat. Rutschman's up. Not a great second half. But a big knock here would change everything about that second half. Oh, big swing and a miss. Change up. Really nice change up right there. Gunnar Henderson's looking like that guy from Stranger Things. Is that just me? Rushman needs to do something here, man. You got Slater on deck. Ugh. Timotheus, they should just put in Holiday. I mean, honestly, I think I'd rather just go Holiday over Slater. Oh, ground ball to the left side onto Bobby Witt. The sure-handed Witt onto first. And the Orioles are down to their last 4 outs. Can Austin Slater do something here unless they go with a pinch hit? I mean, I don't think they go with a pinch hit. You got to keep the righty against the lefty. Let's see if Slater can do something here. Oh, he rips it. Rips it up the middle. Okay, Austin Slater. He proved me wrong. There we go. That's what they needed right there. Got a runner on, but 2 outs here. The Orioles got 4 outs to play with. Kennedy Mathis, I came back just to say I can't believe Slater got a hit. I can't believe it either. I'm stunned. Mountcastle, here we go. Mountcastle, oh my God. Unbelievable. First pitch. What a joke. Baltimore's cooked. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, you got Mullins leading it off next inning, then Urias, and then Gunnar Henderson. So Gunner's going to have one more AB. So it's not over till the fat lady sings. Man. SG27. Imagine they somehow walk it off. I mean, they can. They can do it. But I think KC has just their pitching has just looked so good. I don't know, man. Abstract Lizzo is humming right about now. Heard she's lost a lot of weight. I feel like I saw that somewhere. Good for her. Yeah, Brad, Tigers swept Houston. I did predict the Tigers to win that in 3 games. I didn't think they would do it in 2. Good for them. Yeah, Gene, KC pitching and defense. I honestly think KC, if they get by here, that pitching and defense, I think will be too much for everyone. They play the game very well. Deshaun Hodge hurt Ohtani pitching in the postseason. I heard about that a little while ago. I haven't heard anything about it since. Feel like that's my guess is it probably doesn't happen. But here we go. Dominguez, he needs a big shutout inning here. You can't let Kansas City add on to this. Oh, goodness gracious, Dominguez. Good for Pasquantino, man. I was a little worried about him coming in, because when you miss a month and you're going into postseason baseball, I mean, you would think there would be some rust. Oh, they're challenging a hit by pitch? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it just got away. Jack, how we doing, man? How we doing? Welcome, welcome. Everyone just chiming in. Thank you for joining here. Got about 350 people in the chat. And we are reacting to the end of this game. Baltimore's fighting for their lives. Kansas City up 2-1 here at the top of the ninth. I don't know. It doesn't look like a hit by pitch. 2-1 count here. Dominguez not looking too good with the control. 3-1 count. A-Rod. Is Jose Iglesias the last Red Sox standing from that 2011 team? Yeah, I think so. It's crazy to think how much longevity Jose Iglesias has had. Was he up in 2011? I don't think Iglesias was up in 2011. He was. Well, yeah, he got played 10 games. Wow. I remember him in 2013. He came up and he was hitting really well. Remember, he finished second in Rookie of the Year voting that year. He had a 735 OPS that year. But his defense was off the charts. Wow. Jose Iglesias, how old is he now? He is only 34. You would think he would be so much older. He was only 21 when he first came up. People were so excited about Iglesias because of the defense that he had. Anyway, Salvador Perez is up here, top of the ninth, 1 out. You got Pasquantino out. Trixaline G, let's go Royals, he says. Oh, 2 count to Perez. Ooh, rips it to left. But he's got it. 2 outs. USA Rail fan, Robbie, the Tigers are this year's 22 Phillies and the 23 D-backs. I'm going to say this. If the Royals pull this off, I think the Royals are those teams. I do. I think, to me, I don't know, man. I think KC, I think they're going to get by if they win this. Big swing. Rushman gives chase. Yuli Gurriel. His old team got eliminated. Can he help this team? 98. Gurriel pops it up. Westberg's under it. And the Orioles have 3 more outs to try and figure this out and even up the series. You got Mullins, you got Urias, and you got Gunnar Henderson. Here comes Lucas Erceg, who in my opinion was one of the best pickups at the deadline. Love that move when it happened, and it has worked out quite well. David, Kansas City doesn't believe in insurance. They believe in pitching and defense. I'm sorry. I think the play of the game was the Massey diving play, the diving stop. I think that was the play of the game. That was amazing. What a play that was. Man, oh man. What do we got here, everyone? What do we got? Is Baltimore going to figure this out, or is Kansas City on their way? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll in the chat. We hit our light goal of 300. Let's start a new poll. Here we go. The poll is up. Will the Orioles come back? What do we got? What's going to happen here? Oh, man. Brutal results so far. 72% no. Oh, man. We got almost 400 people in this chat to watch the end of the Orioles and the Royals. Frankie Montas on the... I saw, like, the funniest tweet today. Oh, man, it made me laugh. I saw the caption said, Frankie Montas is the Game 2 starter, and it was just a video of a guy playing the trumpet like you would when, like at a funeral. I was dying laughing at that. It was hilarious. Here we go. Lucas Erceg on the mound. The Orioles, 3 more outs here. Can Kansas City pull it off against a team that a lot of people were high on coming into the year? My American League pick is hanging by a thread. Erceg pours it in. 99 on the corner. Wow. I don't know about this, everyone. I don't know what's going on. I'm not feeling this. Ground ball to the right side. Massey's got it on the first. 1 out. Wow. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. 2 outs to go for Kansas City. Here comes Urias. Did have a base hit earlier. Pops it up. That goes foul. Erceg is nasty. Good for the Royals for picking him up, man. Like, that was a nasty pickup for them. Got 400 people hanging out here. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Thank you, thank you. We are reacting to the end of this one. Kansas City is 2 outs away. I think Baltimore might be cooked, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I don't want to... it's never over till it's over. But I don't know about this one. Ground ball left side. Garcia's got it. On to first. 2 outs. The Orioles are down to their last out. And here comes their MVP, Gunnar Henderson. Oh, man. I mean, listen, if you want one more shot at it, you got your best guy. Had a great year. 37 homers on the year. Change up outside, 1-0 count. Big fastball. Gunnar Henderson swings right through it. 1-1 count. Changeup, nasty, out of the zone. Swing and a miss. 1-2 count. Gunnar calls for a timeout. Ursig wants to take the Orioles' lunch money. And a swing and a miss, and the Royals have done it. They scored 3 runs in this entire series, and they pulled off the W. Kansas City is advancing to the next round. I'm not surprised. I picked the Orioles to win this series, but the Royals got pitching. You got pitching in the #1 defense in Major League Baseball. They led Major League Baseball in outs above average. You got Cole Reagan, Seth Lugo, an amazing 1-2 punch. I'm not surprised. And I've said this before. Kansas City had a very good team when it came to hitting with runners in scoring position. 2014 all over again. Unbelievable. A 10-year difference and the same result. I'm stunned. I'm not stunned at the same time. But I can't believe Baltimore, man. No offense to the Royals. Great job from them. I mean, they played a phenomenal 2-game series. They pitched their butts off. They got the hits when they needed them. But Baltimore, unbelievable. You had a great lineup. You were a little cold down the stretch, but I'm stunned. I'm more stunned that the Orioles couldn't do anything. I know it's Reagans and Lugo and a great bullpen too, but that's just crazy. Well, I am 1 for 2 with my wild card round picks. I did pick the Tigers to advance, so I got that going. I really wanted to pick the Royals, and I thought, man, there's no way. I mean, right? My gut wanted to pick the Royals, man. But I stuck with the Orioles. I stuck with the Bats. A 10-year difference. Same result. Caden Lichford says, goodbye, Brandon Hyde. It'll be interesting. A very interesting offseason coming up for Baltimore. What do you do with Corbin Burns? Kansas City pulling off the improbable yet again. Wow. Yeah, Miles. I mean, the one thing with the Orioles is they were picking up some wins there in the last week, so you're thinking, all right, okay. Maybe they're back on track here. Oh, we got a super chat coming in. KC Card Connection, $9.99 super chat. Let's go Royals, he says. Fun streams, Robbie. Hey, KC Card Connection, man, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. I appreciate the support, my friend. But everyone, wow. Again, I'm not surprised the Royals were able to pull it off. I'm more surprised the Orioles couldn't do anything. Good pitching from from both teams, right? Good pitching from the Orioles. The Orioles bats for another postseason couldn't get it done. Wow. Well, my backup World Series pick is still intact. I went with the Royals and the Padres. It's still intact, but my official World Series pick is now busted. The Phillies were my pick for the National League. But everyone, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go eat something, but I should be back rather soon. I'm going to start up a new stream. We can do the Padres and the Braves while simultaneously focusing on the Mets and the Brewers. But everyone, be back here not too long. You know, again, like 8:30, so it's about 45 minutes. I'm just going to grab something to eat real quick, take a break, kind of stretch the grandpa hips out over here. But I'll be back here shortly, everyone. Thank you for joining for this one. We'll be back in just a little bit. Go take a break. Go get some food. Do what you got to do. We got some baseball on right now. I got the Mets and the Brewers on right now. So we'll be back in a little bit, everyone. Look out for that one. Turn on the notifications. If you can on the way out, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. Everyone, we'll be back here shortly. I'll talk to you then.